Zoe, what the hell have you done? Stabbing my family's oldest son in the back like that. As his wife, who the hell do you think you are? Because you went and had that affair with another man, my son jumped off the top of a building in order to end his life. I don't want a devilish woman like you coming to his funeral, then I'll be forced to kill you. And don't you even think about coming around looking for whatever money he's left behind after that, because you're not getting a single penny of it. I will never let you get away with what you've done to my family. How could you do this? Wesley, do you have a moment to talk?
Oh, hey, Zoe.
Are you close to getting home to your mom's house?
Well, the thing is, while I was taking the bus home, one of the tires burst, and so we all had to get off and wait for a new bus to come and get us, so we're running a few hours late. I think there's still another 40 minutes left to go now, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's a lie.
Is that right? I'm sorry that happened to your bus. Hopefully you brought some snacks with you in order to have something to eat while you're waiting.
Thanks. And I had a granola bar in my bag that I ate while waiting outside.
Did you talk with your mom at all about it? I'm sure she was worried that you hadn't made it close to her house yet.
I made sure to send her an email about it. She still hasn't replied to me yet, but I'm assuming around this time she's in the bathtub and doesn't have her phone on her.
I see. By the way, that should mean your mom is still not texting or using any other messaging app like that, right?
That's right. The last time she tried texting with anyone, she got really angry at the keyboard on her phone and broke it. So she's just stuck to doing things like email and calling people. She's really getting up there in age now, so it makes sense why, with all the newer cell phones becoming even more advanced, she's less and less likely to try texting again. If she really did want to try again, she'd be really terrible at it.
That's what I thought.
Why are you asking? What happened?
Well, listen, I got a few strange texts from someone who was trying to act like your mom and was trying to get something from me. The contact was one I've never seen before, but the ID for the number said nothing besides mother-in-law. I just wanted to check with you about it and make sure your mom didn't all of a sudden start texting.
What? In other words, they made it look as though they were my mom? And that they were able to text you and everything about me?
I'm sure it's not her, though. Especially because of the things they were telling me about regarding you. Everything made no sense at all. It was almost like some kind of a horror story.
What was it all about?
To you, I'm sure this is going to be something really horrifying to hear.
Well, you wanted to get a better understanding of who it might be, and that's why you're texting me now, right?
Well, yeah. Because it was about something that I need to confirm with you before you get home to your mom.
Then how about you send me screenshots of everything that person said about me, and I can read through it all.
I can do that, but just be very careful as you read it all.
If you're asking me to be careful, it must be a hard read. All right, I'll be careful. Zoe, I read through it all. I see now what you meant by it being pretty horrifying. I sure don't think that I've died or anything, unless I've become a ghost and don't know it yet.
Wesley, are you going to be all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Sure, that got my heart racing pretty quickly, but you can tell that whoever this oldest son they're talking about is, they're not me. You might want to just ignore it, to be honest. There's nothing we can do to help whoever that is.
That's what I thought. Having to get so many scary messages like that from someone I don't know has really made me feel a bit sick to my stomach.
Thanks for checking with me about it, but I'm gonna be okay.
No worries, and happy to hear that.
But you should really just block that number, Zoe, or at the very least mute all their message notifications and just ignore them until I come back home tomorrow.
Those are good points. I'll just mute it for now.
Also, refrain from going out for a bit, just in case whoever that is targeting you. Tomorrow, I'm going to be driving around a bit in the morning, so at that time, I won't be able to respond to anything from you. My mom and I have a lot of things to take care of before we're ready to take her car and come back home to you.
I'm aware. Luckily, I don't have any plans to go out, and I'll just be chilling at home.
Make sure to lock the doors and windows as well, please, just in case.
Sure thing. Thanks for reminding me. Zoe! Not only have you never replied to me since I sent you all those texts, but you never even came back to the house, either! Do you have any idea what the hell you've done to my son? And now you're ignoring all these texts from your dead husband's mother of all people? I don't care how much you've been sleeping with another man behind our backs, you are still my son's wife and need to be here. At least do your job one last time as his wife and come here to take care of his parents. I don't know where the hell you're hiding at right now, but you get your ass back here right now. I swear if you don't start replying to me soon, I'll call the police on you and file a formal report saying you were the one that talked my son into killing himself. Then I'll be the least of your concerns while you're being taken away by the police and sent to prison for killing a man. Zoe! Wesley, good morning. I'm sure that you're in the middle of driving right now. When you have a chance to chat, please text me back.
Good morning, Zoe. It'll be another hour or so before I'm back home. We wanted to get some breakfast while we were out, and so we stopped at a restaurant to take a break. Luckily, we took care of most of the paperwork before coming here, so once we're done eating, we'll be ready to come back to the house.
Your mom is with you, right?
Well, of course she is. Did something else happen?
I made sure to mute that person's number, but I forgot to mute calls from them as well. And, well, they were calling me this morning. So I took a look at my phone to see what all they'd said to me since yesterday, and all of it is even worse than before.
Seriously? And I made sure to check with my mom, and she's still not using her phone to text or anything.
Thank God. It's not like any of the messages from this person look anything like the way your mom would text me if she could anyway. By the way, have you told her about this happening?
I did. I showed her all those screenshots of the texts you sent me while explaining what happened. She started to go off about how no one should ever be allowed to talk about me like that or talk to you like that. She was pretty upset, which wasn't surprising at all.
I see. So this must just be someone trying to either scam me right now, or it's someone else's mother.
Hold on a second.
What?
My mom actually took a look at those screenshots again and said that she noticed something about whoever that is' profile picture.
Huh? The profile picture?
The profile picture is... Well, there's something in that picture that my mom remembers seeing once before. She told me that she remembers those exact artificial flowers in the picture from somewhere. Now that I've taken a closer look, I kind of remember seeing those flowers somewhere myself.
Then there's a chance that this person is someone both you and your mom know?
Anyway, we're gonna finish our breakfast here, and then we'll be heading back to my mom's house. Then I'll make the trip back to you.
All right, I'll be waiting for you.
Zoe! I remembered where those artificial flowers are from.
What? Wesley? What do you remember about the flowers? Aren't you supposed to be in the middle of work, by the way?
I've remembered something critical about them. I know where that house is with those flowers and everything.
Wait, whose house is it?
That would be your ex-husband's house, I believe.
What?
And what I should be saying is that house belonged to his parents before they moved out. They should be long gone now, so there must be a new family living there now.
That's right. You and Kyle are coworkers, aren't you? And now that I really think back, the way I first ran into you was when I was out with Kyle and he introduced me to you saying you were a good friend of his.
That's right. I learned that back when he was only in second grade, his parents got a divorce and he was forced to move with his mom into her parents' house. And he was living there up until he graduated from high school. My mom and his were good friends back then, so I would always go over to that house with her so that she could talk with his mom for hours.
So that's where you remember those fake flowers from then.
I'm sure you know what ended up happening later on, right? 8 years ago, his mom ended up getting into a lot of debt after borrowing so much money, and that led to Kyle and her getting into a lot of fights, and then him cutting ties to her.
Yeah, and that's why when I started to date him and eventually married him, I'd never seen his mother.
I'm starting to see what might be going on here.
What?
I mean, you got that message from the person saying you went and had an affair, and that led to her son jumping off a building and killing himself, right? And then they sent you some things about not wanting you at the funeral. If there was really a funeral being held for Kyle, then I would have heard about his death through work and through some of our friends from back in the day.
Good point. So this really is a scam then, right?
Most likely, but I want to check on one more thing with one of my friends.
All right, please do. Zoe, you cut that crap out right now and reply to me. How many times do I have to ask you all of this before you actually comply? Ignoring your own husband's mother of all people. I'm about to dial 911 right now and tell them that I found the person behind my son's death. The one that would really like for the other to cut the crap out right now is me. So you're finally replying to me now, Zoe. And the first thing you're going to say to me is that? Those parents of yours that raised you really did an awful job raising a respectable wife. Right now, my mother-in-law is sitting right next to me laughing her ass off over all this crap you keep trying to pull. Now, who the hell are you? And don't tell me that you're my mother-in-law, because you're not. Huh? Sitting next to you? And my husband is with me right now as well. In other words, I knew that you weren't my mother-in-law a long time ago, so there's no trying to fool me here. And as for the police, I've already called them and told them that your number is a scam number and that they can start to investigate at any time now. What? What are you going on about right now? If this helps you understand things any better, my mother-in-law moved in with us a few days ago. And right now we're drinking some tea out on the patio. Huh? So, both your mother-in-law and your husband are together with you right now? My mother-in-law was living by herself for some time, but after my husband and I bought a brand new place that is much larger and has a guest bedroom, we've decided to have her come and live with us. Huh? Oh, you're really sleep-talking now, aren't you? We live in an apartment. We're having to rent this place. Now you shut the hell up and listen to me. All right, so you are just a stupid little scammer. If you'd really like for me to call you by the name you deserve, then I'll call you my ex-mother-in-law. Does that work for you? Huh? Your ex? You're Ivy, correct? The mother of my ex-husband, Kyle? You're telling me that Kyle is your ex-husband? Zoe, you're already married to another man now? Who the hell are you with now? I will never tell you that information. You tell me who they are right now. Who the hell would tell a complete stranger private information about their family like that? You shut your damn mouth and tell me who he is right now. No. All you are is a nuisance, and on top of that, a scammer. I don't have the patience anymore to put up with your attitude now, so please just stop talking to me. I'll be going now. Zoe, I want you to pay me a settlement of $100,000 for having that affair while married to my son. Since Kyle is no longer with us, thanks to you, I'll be the one taking that money in his place. I'll send you all the bank information for my account after this, so make sure that the money gets into it by Friday next week, please. I will only allow you to pay me that $100,000 in one lump sum. Now pay up! Zoe, where the the hell is that settlement? I'm talking about that $100,000 you owe me. So you haven't learned to shut the hell up then? I told you that today was the deadline for you to have that money sent into my bank account, right? And what's the reason you want me to send you that money for again? Are you telling me you're not listening to the mother of the man you killed after you went and had an affair with another man? Here's the thing, though. I haven't been his wife for years now, so stop calling me such and go screw yourself. I know that already, but that doesn't mean you never went and had an affair while married to my son. I never did, though. Huh? But you just told me last week that you went and married the man you were cheating on my son with. I will not allow you to backtrack here saying that you never ever married that man. The man who is my husband now is a man that I started to date and then married 1 year after I had divorced Kyle. And if you want to know something else, that divorce between Kyle and I took place 5 years ago now. What? The reason we got divorced? We both had different ideas about the kind of family we wanted to have, as well as the kind of future we wanted to have with one another, making it too difficult for us to live with one another. Neither one of us blamed the other, and when we got the divorce, we made sure to split our properties fair and square, and then never talked to one another again. Huh? So you're telling me for the past 5 years you never knew about him and I getting a divorce? Wait, but Kyle... Because his wife was sleeping with another man. He took his life after jumping off a building downtown. No, he didn't. Kyle is still very much alive right now. Huh? By the way, the only accident I ever remember him having was a broken leg, and that wasn't even from falling off a building. Huh? Now, you listen to me right now, Ivy. It has been 8 years now since your son went and cut you out of his life for good. I understand that he's living far away from the rest of us right now, and that it may be very difficult for you to get accurate news about him. But what you call him falling off a building and killing himself wasn't really that at all. He was just at work one day eating lunch, and after his break was over with, he went to go back down the stairs to his desk. And as he was about to descend, he tripped and fell down 2 flights of stairs without stopping. What? Is that what happened? He also did get cheated on by his wife at some point, but that some point was around a year ago, and they are not divorced. In other words, your threats against me after claiming I was the one that made him kill himself isn't going to fly at all. Right. There is something very crucial that I just said there, and I will repeat it one more time. It was Kyle's second wife who had an affair and cheated on him, not me. What? And not a single person at the moment has heard anything about him having a funeral now, right? I just assumed that I never heard anything about the funeral because he had cut ties to me so long ago and nobody wanted me to go. Is that what you assumed? Anyway, all of the things we found out on our end have been relayed to you for your sake. Which now means that from now on, there is no reason for you to ever be bothering me with any of your crap ever again, right? Well, hold on a second. About that $100,000. Have you even been listening to what I said? I divorced Kyle 5 years ago, and we never wanted to get a settlement from one another. And that happened after he had cut ties to you, so you don't get to have a part in any of his affairs anyway. So shut the hell up about some BS settlement for $100,000 and go screw yourself, Ivy. I am in extreme debt right now. Extreme debt, huh? I'm in debt $50,000 right now to a male prostitute. You're in debt $50,000, yet you were threatening me for $100,000? Why is that? I wanted to have more money in order to be able to afford him and not go into debt. Is that right? Are you going to help me? You understand as a woman yourself, wanting to have all your pleasures met by a man that knows what he's doing, right? Screw off. What? Such a disgusting bitch. Zoe! With all that having been said, goodbye forever. No, wait a second. Oh, please just give me $100,000. That's all I'll ever ask from you. And with all of that having ended, it turns out that the scammer who was yelling at me and blaming me for cheating and killing her son was just my ex's mother of all people trying to scam me out of my money. Word about this soon made it to Kyle himself, so he went around telling everyone he knew not to ever talk to her, and block her number immediately if she tried to reach out to them. And the reason why Ivy was ever able to get my new number in the first place was because of some uncle of Kyle's that just so happened to know it and let her have it. I made sure to tell Kyle about that, and Kyle went to his uncle and cussed him out for doing such a ridiculous thing to me. From now on, there really shouldn't be any more trouble for me regarding that family and all their BS. Now, as for Ivy and that $100,000 she was trying to scam me out of in order to afford that male prostitute she was with, the pimp of said prostitute found out that she was already in debt $50,000 and wouldn't be able to afford that man anymore. So he cut her off from him and told her to leave them alone. She was later not able to pay her apartment's rent, and a week after that, notice came from her landlord and she was forcibly removed by the police. From what I've heard about her through some rumors, she had to start working as a prostitute herself, and apparently is living with her pimp who treats her horribly. I'm pretty sure there's never going to be another day in her life that will be easy for her. But that's what scamming assholes like her kind of deserve. A year has gone by now since those events took place, and Ivy started having to work as a prostitute in her old age. I saw in the news that some sort of a serious problem ended up happening, and she became the victim of a very disturbing crime. What the police and the news reporter both said is that due to her old age and everything, she wasn't doing too well finding men who would pay to sleep with her. And so she got into this cycle of using whatever money she made on things like plastic surgery instead of paying off her debts. She ended up going all the way to Mexico for a surgery that was said to be really cheap and would allow her to get the breasts of a young woman back, which did happen. And for about a week or two after coming back to the US, she was doing really well and lots of men were starting to pay for her services. But after that, her health severely deteriorated. She was found to have developed breast cancer not too long after she started to feel ill, but instead of helping her get treatment for it, her pimp tossed her on the streets. And she was forced to fend for herself. However, without her line of work making her any more money, she was really not able to pay off her debt anymore, and soon the loan shark that she really pissed off found her. The police report states that all they found was her deceased body in the back alley downtown somewhere, and that they're actively searching for said loan shark, but don't have any leads. I called Kyle to see what he thought about all of that after seeing the news, but all he said was that she got what she deserved, and sadly, I believe the same thing. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Yo, Lisa! It was nice seeing you again today. 17 years now since the last time we made contact with one another, right? I'm sure seeing me come out of nowhere like that was quite the surprise for you.
Nice seeing you as well, Troy. Now what do you want with me?
Huh?
I'm asking what my ex-husband, the man that said he should be married to a younger woman after all, before stabbing me in the back and running off with my little sister, wants from me. You were following me all afternoon, going on and on about how you had something to ask me about Rebecca, and that's why I'm responding to you now, because I have no other choice. And just a reminder, after you tell me what you wanted to say and ask, I'm going to be deleting your contact info again and don't want to see you anymore.
Oh, that's right. About Rebecca.
I heard that you both broke up with one another 1 year after you left me for her. But that was 16 years ago, so why do you want to ask about her now?
That was just an excuse.
Huh?
I had to say something in order for you to eventually give me your number like that. But even before that, I had to actually find out where you were living now and come out here and hang out around the area waiting to run into you. And I can't believe that even worked out for me to begin with. Sure, you're 17 years older now, and that age is really beginning to show, but you still have that same old face, which made it so easy for me to recognize you.
Do you have nothing better to do right now? Why the hell would you come out around my house waiting for me to come out?
I wanted to show you how happy I'm living right now.
Huh?
Right now, I'm about to start going out with this super young and super hot girl.
Oh, now I'm really not curious.
Just listen for 2 seconds. Her name is Lanny, and she's a college student. She's currently working part-time at a ramen restaurant called Rama close to Hartford Station.
What? Did you say Rama?
It's a pretty famous restaurant in that part of the city, so you have to know it as well, right?
Well, I do know about it. But a girl named Lonnie working at Rama?
Right. Just her name alone is super cute, right?
I also happen to know the owner of Rama, by the way. And that Lonnie you're speaking of is still in high school. So...
What? But I was told by a frequent customer to that place that the owner's daughter is a college student. He said she's available and everything right now, and that I definitely have a chance with her.
And Lonnie happens to be the owner's niece. The owner's daughter left the state last year to go to some college out in Boston. She was also staying at her grandma's house while in high school, so there was no way you were seeing her while she was still around. So that has to be the high schooler you're talking about.
Ah, is that right?
By the way, Lonnie's dad also happens to work at that restaurant.
Wait, really?
And he happens to be younger than you.
What?
If you understand what I'm saying now, then stop thinking such depraved thoughts about a high school student and stop going out to Rama, please.
She has a father who's younger than me?
Thank God I was here to tell you the truth before you went and committed a crime.
Ugh. Yo!
What? What this time? Is there something else you're wanting to bug me about?
Yesterday, I was so shocked over the things you told me that I never had the chance to talk with you about the one thing I needed to say.
Is that so? Well, if you want something from me, hurry up and say it. Right now I'm in the middle of my very important break from work, trying to relax and not think about things.
Ah, so you really are working now?
Yes, I'm working.
I see. I knew that would be the case.
What the hell is this?
You're gonna be a single old hag forever, right?
What? Wait, what the hell did you just say? You think it's okay to be saying rude things like that at your age? Me being single right now or married right now has nothing at all to do with you, Troy.
That's not totally true, though, because I know that I'm correct when I say that you don't seem to be married at all.
Why would you think that?
Because the guy who saw you the other day said that you're living in a one-bedroom condo right now that's meant for young and single adults to be living in.
And you assume that that's my house?
Well, it has to be, right?
Hey, what the hell is this all about, Troy? All of today and yesterday, you lied to me in order to start a conversation with me. And then you started to brag about how you'd be going out with a high schooler of all people. You told me all you wanted was to brag about how happy your life is right now, yet you're back speaking to me again after all that was said and done yesterday? It's been 17 whole years now since you and I got divorced, so what the hell is your goal now?
Well, after that little embarrassing thing I brought up with you yesterday, I thought I'd stop right then and there and never talk to you again. But this morning I realized something.
What?
Lisa, about you. The fact that you're still single at the moment means that you must still have some feelings for me, right?
Huh? No frickin' way would I ever hold any feelings for a man that backstabbed me like you did for the past 17 years.
Are you sure about that? Then why are you still working like that?
There are tons of women who are married and still work a job.
But you're not married. You're still a single old hag.
Who the hell ever said that?
Which means you still have feelings for me, right?
I do not, all right? Shut the hell up, man.
Hey, want to get remarried to me?
Huh?
You and I, we're really getting up there in age now, right? I'm sure this is all moving along way too fast for someone like you, but I've had to start thinking about what my life will be like once I've retired. And when you think about yourself being a single woman in your 70s, don't you feel hopeless and alone?
How about you stop assuming that I'm single when I never said anything about whether or not I'm married right now?
But you not giving me an answer right now means that you're too embarrassed to tell me the truth, right? In other words, you're still single after the last 17 years.
Jesus frickin' Christ. The only reason I haven't said anything is because talking with you is a pain in the ass.
A pain in the ass?
What the hell is the point of explaining my life to some asshole who cheated on me with my little sister? That's why I haven't told you anything about myself. But I can see now that not telling you anything is far worse for me, as you're just going to assume now the person I am, which is even more annoying. So I'll explain things.
What?
To start, take a look at this picture.
What is this a picture of? Why does she look like you in a gown and cap?
That's a photo of me graduating from university.
Huh? But aren't you and I the same age and everything?
After I divorced you, I went back to university. I thought that it was time for me to study some more and make something out of my life.
But at the age you were at, wasn't that a bit of a pain? Going to university after you had to get a divorce from your husband?
I have the right to do whatever the hell I want after you left me for my sister. After you were gone, I had gone back to university to study. I was finally able to get the kind of job I'd been wanting. And what's even better than that, I was able to meet my current husband there.
Your current husband? But you're single right now.
Next is this picture.
What's this?
Those are wedding bands.
What?
And considering that these bands are much different designs than the ones you got back when we were married, you can tell that I was given mine by someone else, right?
Then you're seriously married right now?
Now you take a look at this picture. That is my current husband playing with our toddler.
What?
I didn't want you seeing what they both look like now, so that's a picture I took of them a few years ago when my daughter was a toddler. But as you can see, I have a husband now that I've been married to, and we had a daughter together. My husband also happens to understand that I enjoy working the kind of job I have right now. And both his mom and dad are very loving people that treat me like I'm a daughter of theirs rather than an object.
So you're really married then?
I really am. And for the longest time now, I've been enjoying life with them.
Then why do you have a condo right now that's meant for a single person? Don't tell me you have issues with your husband now and have been taking another man there to make love to him secretly. If that's really the case, then make me that secret lover of yours instead.
It's undeniable now that you've become this disgusting wreck of an old geezer now. Listen. Have you not yet noticed that the condo you speak of was just an Airbnb?
What?
From time to time, I'm having to travel a little ways out of town for work, and there is nobody in the area I can stay with. So I thought instead of getting a hotel, I'd be better off staying at an Airbnb like that one. So after talking with my company, they said I could have a room there instead of in a hotel. That's all.
So you were on a business trip?
Yep, and that right there is what's happened to me these past 17 years. Now that you're aware of everything, you shouldn't need to bother me anymore, right?
No, wait, but...
In conclusion, you have nothing to do with my life now, and I will not include you in it.
What?
Bye-bye.
Yo, Lisa, get out here right now!
Wait, what?
I just need this place while you're here for business, so let me come live in there with you.
Huh?
I don't have anywhere else to live right now, so please let me live in there with you. And as a thank you for doing that, I'll eat you out tonight and every night.
Screw off. I already finished my business trip now and am back home with my husband and kid. Right now there's nobody in that condo.
What did you say? You told me before that you were going to be around for 1 month, right?
No, I didn't. I was only there for the week, and that ended 2 days ago.
Are you kidding me?
By the way, Troy, before you came to the condo today looking for me, you went and made a move on that Rebecca, right?
What?
I was just about to tell her to look out for you, but she told me that you already stopped by. You made the mistake of thinking that she was single when you went in to talk to her. You told her that you'd been kicked out by the woman you'd been living with for 10 years and said you'd get back together with her as long as she took care of you, right? But then you noticed that she had a middle school son with her that she had to walk away with after you approached her, right?
You know all about that, too?
My sister told me she never expected you to come out where I'd be so many years later and said sorry for not saying anything to me sooner about you.
Are you guys actually talking to one another again? The two sisters that ruined my life and left me for dead have...
Hearing you say that about us is not right at all. After having taken you from me 17 years ago and then being thrown out by you a year later, my sister's eyes were open to a lot of things. She actually went out to my parents' house not too long after all that happened between you two and apologized to them. I haven't been around my parents' place for some time now, so I wasn't able to meet with her then when she did that. But she continued to try and get in touch with me, wanting to apologize each and every time for what she'd done. I'm not saying that her and I are 100% okay with one another again, but we're at least to the point now where we can talk with one another again over the phone if we need to.
No freaking way!
And with that, this is really it. Don't you ever bother any of us ever again.
Lisa, about a place for me to live.
Screw you.
Lisa!
Goodbye forever. A few days later, I received a phone call from Troy's older brother. Apparently, his older brother is the one who owns his parents' house now, after they had both passed away years ago. Troy went and sold all of his belongings in order to get the money to afford a plane ticket and go all the way back there to live with his older brother. By the time he had made it home to see his brother and his family, he looked like he had fought a war as he began to tell his brother what all had happened. However, his older brother found the story very creepy and told Troy that he never wanted to let him into their house again. But, being his older brother, he did go and ask a friend of his to help Troy out by giving him a new job. And so, after a night of having to sleep out in the shed, Troy's brother came out and grabbed him by the neck before throwing him into a van that took him away to a new location in a dorm room. Without even knowing what had happened to him, Troy was in a new world, working a job he never even asked to do. Troy was also asked to pay his brother back close to $30,000, as that was the amount he'd paid to help Troy out with his divorce and everything 17 years before, after he had cheated on me. Now Troy's in the process of working a very tough job in order to pay that off, while also being disciplined and straightened out by a bunch of big guys he has to work alongside. As for myself, I'm back at home still with my husband and daughter, enjoying the peace and quiet again after blocking Troy's number and never hearing from him again. I'm still at a loss as to what happened over those couple of days with him, but I was never actually worried about him being able to find my family and I, because we don't even live anywhere close to that city, hence me staying in that Airbnb when I have to go on business trips. And when it comes to the relationship between my sister and I know it's not all that strong yet, but over time I'm sure I'll be able to see her in person again. Just give me a few more years, and by then I might even be willing to consider her a part of my family, and let her see my daughter and husband. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.